Jishmataji, let's collectively, with full awareness and consciousness, awake our Mother Kundalini collectively and do Namaskar. Namaskar Kundalini.
I think I have talked about it many times. But in the West, I must say, because of our wrong attitudes, and acceptance of wrong mental projections of other people who are very dominating, we have very much ruined our Mooladhara. Despite the fact that Kundalini has risen with whatever weaker power that Mooladhara had and has sustained itself, we must know that we can always fall a trap to our different bifurcations which we had created before. It's a very serious matter that the Mooladhara chakra has been really shattered, and we have created pathways into which our attention can go if we are not very careful. Now, supposing if somebody is a dishonest person or a miserly person or money oriented, it is very gross and you can see it so clearly. You see yourself and you get shocked, why did I say such a thing? Why did I do such a thing? But when it comes To the left side nonsense, sin against the mother. It's a secretive action. That's only between you and yourself. Nobody knows what goes on in your mind except for you. Nobody knows what you are going to do next moment, in your privacy, when you are alone. Nobody can look into it except for your mother. I also only feel your Mooladharas. And to be very frank with you, that's one center I find it difficult to feel myself. The reason is, I have a very, very strong Mooladhara, which is not so sensitive, I would say. It is not bothered. The attention of my Mooladhara doesn't go near any other Mooladhara. It just recedes back. That's the action it plays all the time. So I also, unless and until it is very badly off and if the person is very close to me, then I feel the Mooladhara very strongly. But still, I can. Supposing you give me something, that thing is used by you, immediately I can feel it. So the correction of Mooladhara entirely depends on you. And without a strong Mooladhara, you cannot rise high. Do what you like. Now for people who are Indians, who have respected their Mooladharas, there are so many methods and ways given how to raise the power of Mooladhara. But that won't work out with the Western people, because it's a damaged one. It's a one which is a shattered one, and which does not work on the physical side of the Mooladhara, but on the emotional side, as we call the mana, the left side. So, even you may not talk in that way, but your mind is still in that realm, and you still think on that realm. Even mentally, you are in it, or you are seeing things, wanting to see such things, wanting to enjoy such things. That lurking attraction is still there, your Mooladhara cannot stand it. We have to realize that I am talking to Western people. I would not say the same to the people from India. So now we have to work out much harder to be on the watch out, to deal with yourself, as it is more a mental activity. Mental meaning, I mean the emotional side. You have to watch your mind. In English it's a very funny word, mind is. But mana, through which we cater to our emotional side, to our desires. Where is it going? Where is this movement of our mind? What is it doing? You have to stand against your mind, stand against your desires, or you can face it and see for yourself clearly what's happening. It's for you to decide. Nobody is going to correct you on this point. I know you people have been confessing to me. I never read your letters, to be very frank. Whatever letters you sent, I would not read it. Whatever confessions you have made, I've burnt all those letters. I haven't got any idea as to what you did, nor do I want to know about it. That's not my concern. My concern is that now you do not dwell upon the same ideas on the same level, or on any level whatsoever, we can say. It is in thoughtless awareness you can combat the thoughts that come to you from wrong type of Mooladhara. Maybe some of you have got booths on your Mooladhara. And we have some physical treatment for such booths also, which I'll tell to come in sometimes, which you can ask. But you cannot always say that it is a booth and I'm all right, I'm away from the booth. You are not. Whenever you say I have a booth, means you yourself, you are siding with the booth. You see a person as a Sakshi. That means you see that person, but you do not get a reaction, which is killer of joy. You yourself can feel your Mooladharas very well. You can feel it on your fingertips also, and be alert about it. If you want to be kind to yourself, know that you have to divert your attention towards a sane married life. But also that should not be too much, because what I have learned now, that in the West people have devised methods of transferring their attention from one person to another. Mental acrobats of different types they have devised to destroy their pure attention. Don't play on to these. There are so many other things by which we express that we are still under the trap of a bad Mooladhara. The way you dress up, the way you walk, the way you sit, the way you talk, the way you behave, to impress other people and to be impressed by other people in Sahaja Yoga itself. The only impression that should really work is the height of ascent that others have achieved. You can do it, it's not difficult. When the Kundalini can rise with all such shattered Mooladharas, I'm sure you can cure your Mooladhara completely. But your question is, first of all, of strengthening the Mooladhara, for which I think you all have to go into a kind of a tapasya. That's why I say sometimes that the Western people should take less of meat, especially the red meats, and beefs, and horses, and dogs, and I don't know what else you eat. Take more to vegetarian food. I am not saying vegetarianism, you understand that. Take more to things which do not give you so much heat in the body. Even fish is very heated. So take to a life which is in a way ascetic, but don't take to these horrible health foods also. And I can't tolerate them, I tell you. They are not meant for human beings, for animals, I think. They churn your stomach completely, it's horrible. This country store thing I took once and I said, had enough of it. Country store, the whole country went into my stomach, I think. So for you people, you have to go. Those who are suffering from Mooladhara must know that food does make a difference in the powers of Mooladhara. So if you have to get it cured, first of all, you have to soothe it down. It is overexcited. Overexcited. Any man you touch, any woman you touch, woman you look at, I just don't understand. It's worse than monkeys. Horrible. You have to soothe it down, cool it down, so that Ganesha bestows his blessings upon your Mooladhara. There's no grace. But it's not so outside that I can say that you must respect yourself. It cannot work out with those words, I know. You have to sit down, do meditation, and try to soothe it down. I'll discuss with Gavin and I'll tell him what things can be done about it, because I can't tell you in the open like this. But still, this is all physical. Mentally, you must be on the watch to see where does this mind go to dirty things. Why does it always go to this sensation? See the birds, see the flowers, see the nature, see the beautiful people. Just see them. Another horrible thing in the West is that the women must expose their body to get men excited. Men do the same, I think. They always try to excite each other and live in a stupid excitement. You have to expose beautiful things like flowers, beautiful ornaments. All right. But you are not a thing. It's your private. Property. You don't put all your gold on the streets, do you? Better try that sometimes. You will mind people plundering your gold, but you don't mind your chastity being plundered. Everyone looking at you with dirty eyes. You don't feel insulted, because ego is a dirty stuff. It does not mind. It feels happy that people are watching you. They are plundering you. They are looting your chastity. But Sahaja yogis are not like that. But still I must say, you must cleanse your hearts, cleanse your minds. Take yourself out of it. The minds are very funnily placed. And that's why the greatest complications there are in the brains of people. They are very confused. Very confused people. Because there is no wisdom in this kind of life. To become just a sex-oriented personality. It is actually just the other way round. If you are money-oriented, you want to preserve money. If you are possession-oriented, you want to preserve it. If you get one little antique piece, you want to preserve it. And why not this property of yours, which is the highest of all, to be preserved, to to be adorned, to be worshipped. I'm quite worried on that point, that secretly people are indulging into such things. And they're hypocritical sometimes. They don't mind being hypocritical about it. They're Sahajogis, all right. But in this matter, they think they can go about the way they like. And sometimes some of them say that Mother has said it's all right. I never said so. There's one point I cannot compromise is this. You must have a chaste outlook towards yourself, towards your life, towards your being, towards your personality. You are saints. And if a saint doesn't have a good character, I call it the character, the essence of character, is not a saint. So this purity has to be maintained. There cannot be any compromise on that. You cannot hit at the roots of everything. If it works out in a collective way, nobody cheats oneself, nobody deceives oneself, and puts the mind into right track of ascent, thinking about the ascent, how you are going to rise, thinking of the moments when you had the joy, thinking of the day when you met me first, thinking of all the other beautiful and holy things. Your mind can be cleansed. And whenever such a thought comes in, you have to say, not this, not this, not this. It's more mental than physical, I think. I know it's difficult, but if you can get realization, why not this also? You all have to understand that there is no compromise on this. And a day may come, if you continue with it, you will be thrown away completely, just like any other devil is thrown out. So there is no compromise. Tell yourself. Don't deceive yourself. Don't cheat yourself. You cannot ascend. If there is any lurking thing within you, you will be dragged down, because that's your weakness. You will become weaker and weaker and weaker. Only question is, where is your attention? Divert. Divert your attention. First you will need some exercise, some effort, and afterwards it will come automatically. You won't have to exert. You won't have to worry. On the contrary, it will become impossible how to be otherwise. So much conditioning is there. We have played into the hands of conditioning. We have ruined ourselves. This conditioning is the subtlest of all and the worst of all. It's impossible to combat in Sahaja Yoga, unless and until you individually take up the responsibility of looking after it. Mooladhara is one of the most delicate and the most powerful chakra. It has so many folds and it has so many dimensions. If your Mooladhara is not all right, your memory will fail. If your Mooladhara is not all right to begin with, your wisdom will fail. You will have no sense of direction. The insanity that is now crawling up in America, before they become 40 years of age, is because their Mooladharas are around. Most of the diseases which are incurable come because of weak Mooladharas. On the physical side. On the mental side, most of the mental problems, disorder. Most, I would say 90% are due to weak Mooladhara. If a person has a strong Mooladhara, powerful Mooladhara, it doesn't get into trouble. Because you know there's a very strong hold of that Mooladhara on the back here. And when your mind goes off, you blame the brain. It's not the brain. Mostly it is the Mooladhara. So for physical safety and for your emotional safety also, you have to have a sane type of attitude towards Mooladhara.
Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Let's collectively ensure that we are on the floor, comfortably sit. Attention is on Muladhara and at the same time on Sahasrara. Let's put both hands on the floor and really try to surrender our Muladhara to Mother Earth. Let's try to do it as if it was the first time that we were doing it. So there is the anticipation of a new action, a new discovery, the joy of finding out what will happen. Both hands on the floor, Shri Ganesh mantra. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Complete surrender to Shri Ganesh in Mother Earth. Let's still keep left hand on the lap, right hand on the floor. Attention on the Mooladhara and on Sahasrara. Complete surrender to Mother Earth so that all the negative energy in Mooladhara is absorbed through our right hand in Mother Earth.
ॐ नमस्ते गणपतये त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं तत्त्वमसि त्वमेव केवलं कर्तासि त्वमेव केवलं धर्तासि त्वमेव केवलं हर्तासि त्वमेव सर्वं खल्विदं ब्रह्मासि त्वं साक्षादात्मासि नित्यं ऋतं वच्मि सत्यं वच्मि अवत्वं माम् अववक्तारम् अवश्रोतारम् अवदातारम् अवधातारम् अवानुचानमवशिष्यम् अवपश्चात्तात् अवपुरस्तात् अवोत्तरात्तात् अवदक्षिणात्तात् अवचोर्ध्वात्तात् अवाधरात्तात् सर्वतो मां पाहि पाहि समन्तात् त्वं वाङ्मयस्त्वं चिन्मयः त्वमानन्दमयस्त्वं ब्रह्ममयः त्वं सच्चिदानन्दाद्वितीयोऽसि त्वं प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वं ज्ञानमयो विज्ञानमयोऽसि सर्वं जगदिदं त्वत्तो जायते सर्वं जगदिदं त्वत्तस्तिष्ठति सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयि लयमेष्यति सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयि प्रत्येति त्वं भूमिरापो नलो नीलो नभः त्वं चत्वारि वाक्पदानि त्वं गुणत्रयातीतः त्वं देहत्रयातीतः त्वं कालत्रयातीतः त्वं मूलाधारस्थितोऽसि नित्यं त्वं शक्तित्रयात्मकः त्वां योगिनो ध्यायन्ति नित्यं त्वं ब्रह्मा त्वं विष्णुस्त्वं रुद्रस्त्वम् इन्द्रस्त्वम् अग्निस्त्वं वायुस्त्वं सूर्यस्त्वं चन्द्रमास्त्वं ब्रह्मभूर्भुवस्वरों गणादिं पूर्वमुच्चार्य वर्णादिं तदनन्तरम् अनुस्वारः परतरः अर्धेन्दुलसितं तारेण ऋद्धम् एतत्तव मनुस्वरूपं गकारः पूर्वरूपम् अकारो मध्यमरूपम् अनुस्वारश्चान्त्यरूपं बिन्दुरुत्तररूपं नादस्सन्धानं संहिता सन्धिः सैषा गणेशविद्या गणकऋषिः निच्छृद्गायत्री छन्दः गणपतिर्देवता ॐ गं गणपतये नमः एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्ती प्रचोदयात् एकदन्तं चतुर्हस्तं पाशमङ्कुशधारिणं रदञ्च वरदं हस्तैर्बिभ्राणं मूषकध्वजं रक्तं लम्बोदरं शूर्पकर्णकं रक्तवाससं रक्तगन्धानुलिप्ताङ्गं रक्तपुष्पैः सुपूजितं भक्तानुकम्पिनं देवं जगत्कारणमच्युतम् आविर्भूतं च सृष्ट्यादौ प्रकृते पुरुषात् परम् एवं ध्यायति यो नित्यं स योगी योगिनां वरः। नमो व्रातपतये नमो गणपतये नमः प्रमथपतये नमस्ते लम्बोदरायैकदन्ताय विघ्ननाशिने शिवसुताय श्रीवरदमूर्तये नमो नमः। साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। श्री गणेश अथर्व शीर्षम। ओम नमस्ते गणपतये त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं तत्त्वमसि त्वमेव केवलं कर्तासि त्वमेव केवलं धर्तासि त्वमेव केवलं हर्तासि त्वमेव सर्वं खल्विदं ब्रह्मासि त्वं साक्षादात्मासि नित्यं ऋतं वच्मि सत्यं वच्मि अवत्वं माम् अववक्तारम् अवश्रोतारम् अवदातारम् अवधातारम् अवानुचानमवशिष्यम् अवपश्चात्तात् अवपुरस्तात् अवोत्तरात्तात् अवदक्षिणात्तात् अवचोर्ध्वात्तात् अवाधरात्तात् सर्वतो मां पाहि पाहि समन्तात् त्वं वाङ्मयस्त्वं चिन्मयः त्वमानन्दमयस्त्वं ब्रह्ममयः त्वं सच्चिदानन्दाद्वितीयोऽसि त्वं प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वं ज्ञानमयो विज्ञानमयोऽसि सर्वं जगदिदं त्वत्तो जायते सर्वं जगदिदं त्वत्तस्तिष्ठति सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयि लयमेष्यति सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयि प्रत्येति त्वं भूमिरापो नलो नीलो नभः त्वं चत्वारि वाक्पदानि त्वं गुणत्रयातीतः त्वं देहत्रयातीतः त्वं कालत्रयातीतः त्वं मूलाधारस्थितोऽसि नित्यं त्वं शक्तित्रयात्मकः त्वां योगिनो ध्यायन्ति नित्यं त्वं ब्रह्मा त्वं विष्णुस्त्वं रुद्रस्त्वम् इन्द्रस्त्वम् अग्निस्त्वं वायुस्त्वं सूर्यस्त्वं चन्द्रमास्त्वं ब्रह्मभूर्भुवस्वरों गणादिं पूर्वमुच्चार्य वर्णादिं तदनन्तरम् अनुस्वारपरतरः अर्धेन्दुलसितं तारेण ऋद्धम् एतत्तव मनुस्वरूपं गकारः पूर्वरूपम् अकारो मध्यमरूपम् अनुस्वारश्चान्त्यरूपं बिन्दुरुत्तररूपं नादसन्धानं संहिता सन्धिः सैषा गणेशविद्या गणकऋषिः निच्छृद्गायत्री छन्दः गणपतिर्देवता ॐ गं गणपतये नमः एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्ती प्रचोदयात्। एकदन्तं चतुर्हस्तं पाशमङ्कुशधारिणं रदञ्च वरदं हस्तैर्बिभ्राणं मूषकध्वजं रक्तं लम्बोदरं शूर्पकर्णकं रक्तवाससं रक्तगन्धानुलिप्ताङ्गं रक्तपुष्पैः सुपूजितं भक्तानुकम्पिनं देवं जगत्कारणमच्युतम् आविर्भूतं च सृष्ट्यादौ प्रकृते पुरुषात् परम् एवं ध्यायति यो नित्यं स योगी योगिनां वरः। नमो व्रातपतये नमो गणपतये नमः प्रमथपतये नमस्तेऽस्तु लम्बोदरायैकदन्ताय विघ्ननाशिने शिवसुताय श्रीवरदमूर्तये नमो नमः। साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। नमस्ते गणपतये त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं तत्त्वमसि त्वमेव केवलं कर्तासि त्वमेव केवलं धर्तासि त्वमेव केवलं हर्तासि त्वमेव सर्वं खल्विदं ब्रह्मासि त्वं साक्षादात्मासि नित्यं ऋतं वच्मि सत्यं वच्मि अवत्वं माम् अववक्तारम् अवश्रोतारम् अवदातारम् अवधातारम् अवानुचानमवशिष्यम् अवपश्चात्तात् अवपुरस्तात् अवोत्तरात्तात् अवदक्षिणात्तात् अवचोर्ध्वात्तात् अवाधरात्तात् सर्वतो मां पाहि पाहि समन्तात् त्वं वाङ्मयस्त्वं चिन्मयः त्वमानन्दमयस्त्वं ब्रह्ममयः त्वं सच्चिदानन्दाद्वितीयोऽसि त्वं प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वं ज्ञानमयो विज्ञानमयोऽसि सर्वं जगदिदं त्वत्तो जायते सर्वं जगदिदं त्वत्तस्तिष्ठति सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयि लयमेष्यति सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयि प्रत्येति त्वं भूमिरापो नलो नीलो नभः त्वं चत्वारि वाक्पदानि त्वं गुणत्रयातीतः त्वं देहत्रयातीतः त्वं कालत्रयातीतः त्वं मूलाधारस्थितोऽसि नित्यं त्वं शक्तित्रयात्मकः त्वां योगिनो ध्यायन्ति नित्यं त्वं ब्रह्मा त्वं विष्णुस्त्वं रुद्रस्त्वम् इन्द्रस्त्वम् अग्निस्त्वं वायुस्त्वं सूर्यस्त्वं चन्द्रमास्त्वं ब्रह्मभूर्भुवस्वरों गणादिं पूर्वमुच्चार्य वर्णादिं तदनन्तरम् अनुस्वारपरतरः अर्धेन्दुलसितं तारेण ऋद्धम् एतत्तव मनुस्वरूपं गकारपूर्वरूपम् अकारो मध्यमरूपम् अनुस्वारश्चान्त्यरूपं बिन्दुरुत्तररूपं नादसन्धानं संहिता सन्धिः सैषा गणेशविद्या गणकऋषिः निच्छृद्गायत्री छन्दः गणपतिर्देवता ॐ गं गणपतये नमः। एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्ती प्रचोदयात्। एकदन्तं चतुर्हस्तं पाशमङ्कुशधारिणं रदञ्च वरदं हस्तैर्बिभ्राणं मूषकध्वजं रक्तं लम्बोदरं शूर्पकर्णकं रक्तवाससं रक्तगन्धानुलिप्ताङ्गं रक्तपुष्पैः सुपूजितं भक्तानुकम्पिनं देवं जगत्कारणमच्युतम् आविर्भूतं च सृष्ट्यादौ प्रकृते पुरुषात् परम् एवं ध्यायति यो नित्यं स योगी योगिनां वरः। नमो व्रातपतये नमो गणपतये नमः प्रमथपतये नमस्तेऽस्तु लम्बोदरायैकदन्ताय विघ्ननाशिने शिवसुताय श्रीवरदमूर्तये नमो नमः। साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। श्री गणेश अथर्व शीर्षम्। ॐ नमस्ते गणपतये त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं तत्त्वमसि त्वमेव केवलं कर्तासि त्वमेव केवलं धर्तासि त्वमेव केवलं हर्तासि त्वमेव सर्वं खल्विदं ब्रह्मासि त्वं साक्षादात्मासि नित्यं ऋतं वच्मि सत्यं वच्मि अवत्वं माम् अववक्तारम् अवश्रोतारम् अवदातारम् अवधातारम् अवानूचानमवशिष्यम् अवपश्चात्तात् अवपुरस्तात् अवोत्तरात्तात् अवदक्षिणात्तात् अवचोर्ध्वात्तात् अवाधरात्तात् सर्वतो मां पाहि पाहि समन्तात्। त्वं वाङ्मयस्त्वं चिन्मयः त्वमानन्दमयस्त्वं ब्रह्ममयः त्वं सच्चिदानन्दाद्वितीयोऽसि त्वं प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वं ज्ञानमयो विज्ञानमयोऽसि सर्वं जगदिदं त्वत्तो जायते सर्वं जगदिदं त्वत्तस्तिष्ठति सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयि लयमिष्यति सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयि प्रत्येति त्वं भूमिरापो नलो निलो नभः त्वं चत्वारि वाक्पदानि त्वं गुणत्रयातीतः त्वं देहत्रयातीतः त्वं कालत्रयातीतः त्वं मूलाधारस्थितोऽसि नित्यं त्वं शक्तित्रयात्मकः त्वां योगिनो ध्यायन्ति नित्यं त्वं ब्रह्मा त्वं विष्णुस्त्वं रुद्रस्त्वम् इन्द्रस्त्वम् अग्निस्त्वं वायुस्त्वं सूर्यस्त्वं चन्द्रमास्त्वं ब्रह्मभूर्भुवस्वरों गणादिं पूर्वमुच्चार्य वर्णादिं तदनन्तरम् अनुस्वारः परतरः अर्धेन्दुलसितं तारेण ऋद्धम् एतत्तव मनुस्वरूपं गकारः पूर्वरूपम् अकारो मध्यमरूपम् अनुस्वारश्चान्त्यरूपं बिन्दुरुत्तररूपं नादः सन्धानं संहिता सन्धिः सैषा गणेशविद्या गणकऋषिः निच्छृद्गायत्री छन्दः गणपतिर्देवता। ॐ गं गणपतये नमः। एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्ती प्रचोदयात्। एकदन्तं चतुर्हस्तं पाशमङ्कुशधारिणं रदञ्च वरदं हस्तैर्बिभ्राणं मूषकध्वजं रक्तं लम्बोदरं शूर्पकर्णकं रक्तवाससं रक्तगन्धानुलिप्ताङ्गं रक्तपुष्पैः सुपूजितं भक्तानुकम्पिनं देवं जगत्कारणमच्युतम् आविर्भूतं च सृष्ट्यादौ प्रकृते पुरुषात् परम् एवं ध्यायति यो नित्यं स योगी योगिनां वरः। नमो व्रातपतये नमो गणपतये नमः प्रमथपतये नमस्तेऽस्तु लम्बोदरायैकदन्ताय विघ्ननाशिने शिवसुताय श्रीवरदमूर्तये नमो नमः। साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
Now, both hands on the lap. Attention always on Mooladhara, on the Lord Ganesha in Mooladhara.
श्री गणेश अथर्व शीर्षम्। ॐ नमस्ते गणपतये त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं तत्त्वमसि त्वमेव केवलं कर्तासि त्वमेव केवलं धर्तासि त्वमेव केवलं हर्तासि त्वमेव सर्वं खल्विदं ब्रह्मासि त्वं साक्षादात्मासि नित्यं ऋतं वच्मि सत्यं वच्मि अवत्वं माम् अववक्तारम् अवश्रोतारम् अवदातारम् अवधातारम् अवानूचानमवशिष्यम् अवपश्चात्तात् अवपुरस्तात् अवोत्तरात्तात् अवदक्षिणात्तात् अवचोर्ध्वात्तात् अवाधरात्तात् सर्वतो मां पाहि पाहि समन्तात् त्वं वाङ्मयस्त्वं चिन्मयः त्वमानन्दमयस्त्वं ब्रह्ममयः त्वं सच्चिदानन्दाद्वितीयोऽसि त्वं प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वं ज्ञानमयो विज्ञानमयोऽसि सर्वं जगदिदं त्वत्तो जायते सर्वं जगदिदं त्वत्तस्तिष्ठति सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयि लयमेष्यति सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयि प्रत्येति त्वं भूमिरापो नलो नीलो नभः त्वं चत्वारि वाक्पदानि त्वं गुणत्रयातीतः त्वं देहत्रयातीतः त्वं कालत्रयातीतः त्वं मूलाधारस्थितोऽसि नित्यं त्वं शक्तित्रयात्मकः त्वां योगिनो ध्यायन्ति नित्यं त्वं ब्रह्मा त्वं विष्णुस्त्वं रुद्रस्त्वम् इन्द्रस्त्वम् अग्निस्त्वं वायुस्त्वं सूर्यस्त्वं चन्द्रमास्त्वं ब्रह्मभूर्भुवस्वरों गणादिं पूर्वमुच्चार्य वर्णादिं तदनन्तरम् अनुस्वारः परतरः अर्धेन्दुलसितं तारेण ऋद्धम् एतत्तव मनुस्वरूपं गकारः पूर्वरूपम् अकारो मध्यमरूपम् अनुस्वारश्चान्त्यरूपं बिन्दुरुत्तररूपं नादसन्धानं संहिता सन्धिः सैषा गणेशविद्या गणकऋषिः निच्छृद्गायत्री छन्दः गणपतिर्देवता ॐ गं गणपतये नमः। एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्ती प्रचोदयात्। एकदन्तं चतुर्हस्तं पाशमङ्कुशधारिणं रदञ्च वरदं हस्तैर्बिभ्राणं मूषकध्वजं रक्तं लम्बोदरं शूर्पकर्णकं रक्तवाससं रक्तगन्धानुलिप्ताङ्गं रक्तपुष्पैः सुपूजितं भक्तानुकम्पिनं देवं जगत्कारणमच्युतम् आविर्भूतं च सृष्ट्यादौ प्रकृते पुरुषात् परम् एवं ध्यायति यो नित्यं स योगी योगिनां वरः। नमो व्रातपतये नमो गणपतये नमः प्रमथपतये नमस्तेऽस्तु लम्बोदरायैकदन्ताय विघ्ननाशिने शिवसुताय श्रीवरदमूर्तये नमो नमः। साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
Now, let's collectively ensure that we surrender truly from the heart to the Lord Ganesh in his complete form in the primordial Mooladhara of the Virat. Let's collectively feel the complete form of Mooladhara of Shri Ganesh and be completely surrendered, totally surrendered to the Lord Ganesh. Let's try and surrender as we have never surrendered before. We just give everything, we surrender everything. We let the Lord Ganesh be our support, our strength, our protector, the remover of all the obstacles in any area of our lives, individually, collectively, and at the humanity level. Let's raise our attention to that level where we are the instruments through which the Lord Ganesh can clear all the yogis of the world and all humanity.
एकदन्तं महाकायं तप्तकाञ्चनसन्निभं लम्बोदरं विशालाक्षं वन्देऽहं गणनायकम्। मौञ्जीकृष्णाजिनधरं नागयज्ञोपवीतिनं बालेन्दुसुकलामौलिं वन्देऽहं गणनायकम्। अम्बिकारदयानन्दं मातृभिः परिवेष्टितं भक्तिप्रियं मदोन्मत्तं वन्देऽहं गणनायकम्। चित्ररत्नविचित्राङ्गं चित्रमाला विभूषितं चित्ररूपधरं देवं वन्देऽहं गणनायकम्। गजवक्त्रं सुरश्रेष्ठं कर्णचामरभूषितं पाशाङ्कुशधरं देवं वन्देऽहं गणनायकम्। मूषकोत्तममारुह्य देवासुरमहाहवे योद्धुकामं महावीर्यं वन्देऽहं गणनायकम्। यक्षकिन्नरगन्धर्वसिद्धविद्याधरैः सदा स्तूयमानं महाबाहुं वन्देऽहं गणनायकम्। सर्वविघ्नहरं देवं सर्वविघ्नविवर्जितं सर्वसिद्धिप्रदातारं वन्देऽहं गणनायकम्।
finishing the meditation, let's collectively, as one, truly surrender all the obstacles in our lives at any level. Let's surrender from the heart again with devotion. Let's surrender all the problems of all the yogis, all our enemies of Sahaja Yoga, all the obstacle to the evolution of Sahaja Yoga all over the world, all the obstacle to our spiritual ascent, all the obstacle preventing us to have a powerful, stable Mooladhara, and all the obstacle to the Dharma all over the world on planet Earth. Let's collectively thank the Lord Ganesh. Collective Namaskar and Kundalini.
Om